entrepreneur, a TEDx speaker, a podcast host, and a SHE.E.O, helping women unpack their passion, purpose, and profits. One home-based business idea at a time. Let's put our hands together for Rachel.
First and foremost, thank you so much to the organization for having me here today. And thank you to each and every one of you ladies who are setting out to make an absolute impact in the community and in the world. Of all the titles that a woman, a female, could ever have, be it entrepreneur, be it daughter, be it philanthropist, there's no title in the world that's going to give you the absolute opportunity to change the world than the title of mom. So let's give a round of applause to all of your moms. One of the things that's so special about being a woman and a young lady is when you understand that there are over 1,000 women in your lineage, in your bloodline, who have passed down keys, codes, recipes, wisdom, hope, and even bits and pieces of their own unrealized dreams. You are their keeper of their joy and their aspirations that they could not even begin to imagine for themselves. As we go through today, I want to share a few things with you. You have an opportunity just by living in sunny Southern California to live by the ocean, to experience beautiful weather, to experience a community and an organization like the one that you're a part of today. Yet and still, there are so many women out there that they do not get to have these experiences. There are women out there that can't even begin to imagine how they're going to provide for their family and still be present at events and sporting practices, let alone be available to help with homework or make a home-cooked meal in time for dinner. That is something that thousands, if not millions, of women right now struggle to even imagine for themselves. So every day, to the young girls here, the fact that your mothers get to spend time with you girls in this way is such an amazing gift that I hope that you will cherish for the rest of your lives. I'm Latina. My mom was a business. My mom was an executive at a bank here in Huntington Beach, actually, in the 80s, during a time where Latinas were not in the boardroom. You know where they were? They were cleaning the bathrooms. So I was a little girl who got to go across the street from the mall over to the bank, at the time that's where it was, and see my mom in these big meetings with all these men. And I thought, this is so cool. My mom, she's so smart. My father was an entrepreneur, a very successful one at that. Nothing in my life told me that I couldn't accomplish anything. The example that she gave to me made me believe that I could think it and do it. There was never this narrative of because my skin is darker, because my last name is ethnic. There was never this narrative at home. There was never this narrative anywhere in my life. And as moms, the example that you're giving your daughters is something that you have yet to be able to reap the rewards and the benefits of seeing yet. I'm knocking on 50 years old, and I have not stopped since I was a young girl. I was an ASB, I ran clubs, I've run organizations, I run some of the biggest media companies in the country. Never once thinking, oh, I can't do that because I'm a woman. I can't do that because I can't is not part of it. The reason I was so excited to accept this opportunity to speak to you girls, especially you young girls, is for this reason. You're going to be told how much potential you have. You're going to realize that you have access to things that a lot of people don't have access to. distracted in life by our purpose, our goals, our cell phones, our friends, our family, boyfriends. I don't know if we talk about that around here. But there's a lot of distractions in the world. And once you decide what your purpose is, and we're going to do a little exercise to help you girls really tap in to see if you're really living in your purpose and aiming toward your purpose or not. But we're going to focus on the distractions of this time. We're going to do an exercise that's going to reveal to us if we are good multitaskers or not. Because one thing that women are Wonder Women, right? We do this thing where we're like, feed the kids, walk the dog, pet the husband, for those of you who have one of those, and respond to client emails all at the same time. Okay? And we pride ourselves on multitasking. So who here would consider themselves a wonderful multitasker? Raise your hand. Do we have some great multitaskers in the room? Yeah? Okay, we're going to find out. We are going to find out who the best multitaskers are in this room. Ready? I'm going to do an exercise with you girls. And can everybody hear me okay? Yes? Should I come up? Okay. Excellent. Testing 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to do a fun little exercise to see who the best multitasking women and girls are in this room. I'm going to ask you a question, the same question, over and over and over again. And all you have to do is answer it out loud together, okay? Here we go. What colors is bag? What colors is bag? What colors is bag? What colors is bag? What do cows drink?
Water.
We are losing our minds. For those of you who said that cows drink milk, no judgment. But the reality is that multitasking isn't it. We're not built for it. It's not effective. And when you enter corporate America and you put multitasking on your resume, you might likely not get the job, believe it or not. It's probably the number one thing I see on resumes when people are applying for the media company that I have, and we always go, nope, we do not want multitasking. You know what we want? Your attention and your focus, okay? And 3 minutes of focus on your child who's speaking to you, putting the phone down, making eye contact, and going, wow, okay, that's interesting, and asking questions. Those 3 minutes are going to be far more effective and powerful and amazing than walking around going, oh, okay, You see where I'm going with it, moms? And for the young girls, understanding that multitasking is going to be probably one of the things that you think you should be doing to prove your value, and you absolutely do not need to do it. Plus, we're not even good at it. Come on, let's face it, we're just not good at it. We're going to talk about your purpose. How many of you here in the room feel that you have found your purpose? Raise your hands. Any of you over there, has anybody found their purpose? Yeah, we got one over there. Here, purpose. Anybody found their purpose? If you feel like you have not found your purpose, you are not alone. I was saying to Rachel at the table there, I got to have all 4 of my grandparents until I was 40 years old. And let me tell you what I did. I asked a lot of questions to my grandmothers. Woulda, shoulda, coulda type questions. A big, huge amount of whether they're 1950s moms or corporate moms, a big percentage of women do not feel like they have yet to tap into their purpose. Even fewer believe that they still can. In order to sort of break that up in your mind, I'm going to ask you 3 simple questions, and you don't have to answer them out loud, just carry them in you, okay? and I'm going to help get you closer to your purpose. Question number 1. What is that thing that you're really good at? Like you're just naturally good at it. Everybody knows you're good at it. What is that one thing? Hold it in your mind. For me, it's obviously communicating and helping people solve problems in their business. I live a good year. I give some decent advice. So if there's that one thing we all have that we're really good at, okay? That's number 1. It should come very naturally to you. Number 2, this is the second thing you should be asking yourself if you're trying to find your purpose. What is that thing that breaks your heart when you see it or hear about it? For me, it's when I meet a mother who's literally losing her mind, can't figure out how to run her career, pursue her dreams, and still be present for her children. That is my number 1 heartache when I hear it. Because she's always choosing corporate, she's always choosing money, and in her heart, though, wants to choose her kids. So think of that one thing that when you hear about it, it could be animal rescue, whatever it might be, there's something that breaks your heart. That's number 2. Okay? Number 3, imagine doing something for a living that if you were guaranteed to succeed, you would do it. Too often we do know what we should be doing in our life, but we think to ourselves, what if I fail? Instead think, but what if I succeed? Those are the questions we need to be asking ourselves. If you thought of something that actually you were like, oh my God, I love this one thing so much I would do it for free, doesn't mean you should do it for free, but you would do it for free. That's probably very aligned with your passion. Okay? For 20-something years of my life, I chased money and titles in the magazine industry. I like to say I lived a life like Devil Wears Prada. I was the publisher of a few titles, only without the devil part. I felt like I was a lot nicer than that. But what I did was I realized that I was actually putting my personal life on the back burner to a degree that I was failing there. The lesson in that is when you see another female, you guys, don't ever look at another female and say, she's so lucky. Don't ever look at another human being on this planet and think they're so lucky. The second you feel envy or some sort of competition, remove it from your heart, remove it from your spirit. People look at me doing TEDx speeches, I get interviewed on television, I have a hit podcast. People look at me and go, wow, she makes it look easy, she's so lucky. And I'm gonna tell you a few things that I've only recently started to talk about. You're looking at a woman who lost her 25-year-old son. He was rescuing a dog in the road on Valentine's Day. He lived in his purpose and he died in his purpose. He loved animals. Okay? You're looking at a woman who has battled an immense amount of health issues, weight gain, all the things. Okay? Don't ever compare yourself to any human being. You're gonna see a girl, you're gonna see a woman, you're gonna go, oh my God, I would kill for her body, I'd kill for her hair. No, you don't know. She may have cancer, you don't even know. Like, there's so many things that I can tell you, stories. Women that are in the room, never look at another woman with her family and think, oh my God, she has an amazing husband. They have it all together, they travel everywhere. That's a no. Okay, that's a hard no. Okay, I've even learned when people say, hey, what do you think of so-and-so's husband? I've learned to say, all I concern myself with is my friend glowing or dipping? Depending on what she's doing will tell me all I need to know about her situation. That's it. Okay, we got to get really great at loving who we are today, appreciating how far we've come, and giving ourselves grace in everything that we do. Done is better than perfect. Life is not about being perfect. I have a few notes, but I said it's about being flawed. When I started doing my podcast, I would tell everybody how to run a business, how to build a business, presenting labeling myself as like this expert who's perfect. The second I started saying, don't make these 10 mistakes that I made in my business, everything changed. There's power in your heartache. There's power in your flaws. That's what makes you unique, and that's what the world wants to hear from you and see from you, is being genuine. Don't worry about being perfect. People who are meant to be in your life will be in your life, and those who are meant to be will walk themselves right out the door. No boot kicking required. I'll tell you this. I built a 7-figure business from home. Big one. I did it without having to report to a boss. I did it without having to commute in traffic, but I did it in a way that was all about my peace and my balance. I was even willing, by the way, to walk away from that business after COVID in 2020, because I realized I don't want to put all my time and energy to rebuild that. I've been there, I've done that, what else can I do? The second I got honest with myself about who I want to be with in this lifetime and my one chance on this earth, everything changed in my late 40s. 2021, I looked out the window of the high rise of my office and I said, I'm done. I'm done chasing money and I'm ready to just dedicate my life in making an impact. And within a few short weeks, I got invited to be on people's shows, interviews, podcasts, television. It was insanity. Didn't even have a PR person. And a couple months ago, I spoke at the coveted TEDx event in Cerritos. I'm 49 years old. I'm not as young as I'd like to look. I'm not as thin as I'd like to be. But I am here living in my purpose, and it doesn't matter whether I make millions or not. If you guys walk away from here today knowing, you know what, it's not too late, I can raise my kids and still dream big for my life, good. And if one of these girls says, you know what, I was chasing a career to make myself millions, but I think I'll focus on something that can feed my soul for the rest of my life, congratulations, yay, high five. I'm Rachel Medina, a TEDx speaker, entrepreneur, and a SHE.E.O. who believes with strong coffee, strong Wi-Fi, and strong faith, you